Hello and welcome to another update on New Hero City on my new iPad Air. Now, it's been almost 3.5 months ever since that last update video on my new iPad Air since I officially transferred and restarted my current city I was working on. Now, I haven't uploaded videos yet. Did you remember I told you that I'm about to upload every update videos on my city for the past couple of seasons? I had to do this once. Well, since fall is already here, now I'm about to show you what the updates really are. So let's get started in the updates. Now, this is the city that I've been working on for the past 3.5 months. As you can see, everything is so bigger as you compare it to the last video. Now let's go to the residential area to see what's new. Now, the residential area is the second phase of what I do. I finished the first phase by using the birchwood houses, and now I'm moving on with some terracotta houses. And as you can see, these are the terracotta houses I've been working on. This is only the beginning of the second phase, and as you can see, the second phase is already done. Now, the problem is during the second phase, I got carried away that I accidentally made a mistake in one of the roads, including one of the houses, that I was forced to try to fix it. I fixed one of the roads for more than a couple of weeks before I managed to fix all of them, until I managed to finish the second phase of the residential area by using terracotta houses. It's almost quite like to do the same, but it's just like the townhouses where they next together. It's only stick together. But this is how it goes. Now, as you can see now, this is the school that you're seeing here. It's kind of like the other schools I built. So this is the third school I did, but I'm gonna show you the details later on. So this is the residential area made out of terracotta houses. I've been working on terracotta houses for more than weeks, and it's very hard work for me, and I take a break from building one of the roads. And ignore that notification. Now, as you can see now, this is the third school I built in the residential area. I decided to turn this into a Japanese-style school, and just like the other Japanese schools in Japan. Now, as you can see now, this is the school I just built, and this right here it's a clock tower. It's kind of like the tallest thing and the tallest structure in the residential area. And as you can see now, I want to turn this school into, and this is the courtyard at the back. Now, what I'm saying is, this is the Japanese style school where everything is like bigger than the academy. Is where some sports they'll be playing indoors compared to the other two schools I've been building. There's gonna be like cafeterias and some other classes and some other rooms and offices for the employees and some teachers and some students. And this up here, there isn't quite a single roof. I tried to turn this to roof where some students in Japan hang out on the roof, but I didn't have that. I had to make some ideas to build some Japanese style schools later on, once I'm about to continue on the residential area before I begin the third phase. Now, just before I finish the residential area, I started to expand more roads, but I need to do this later on. Now, this right here is the beginning of the start when I start expanding. If you compare it to the last City World on my old iPad, you notice one of these houses from the old iPad videos are back. What I want to do is to expand more roads and I made new houses to duplicate one of these houses I just built. These are the biggest challenge for me because I had to build a lot of houses because every city needs houses for so people can live. And some schools where kids can even learn and study. And some parks where other kids and some people hang out and play. So this is like the biggest challenge for me in this residential area. This is one of the most hardest projects I am about to do on my iPad Air. Now this is another one. It's like some spruce woods. Now these spruce wood houses are back from the old current city on my old iPad. But as you can see now, the roads aren't quite built, so I'm deciding to take a break in resident area to start focusing on the main city. Now here we are in main town area, what something new. If you compare to the last update video last season, you can notice one of the new buildings you notice. And as you can see now, I started growing some new buildings, some restaurants and shops, including the new addition, some new shopping centers, like some supermarkets and some strip malls, including some businesses I was about to do. And as you can see, they're a little low rise, and I made build some buildings out of windows, and I try to cover them up. And as you can see, this is a lot of hard work for me. Now, this right here is the second supermarket I built. It's not a strip mall, but it's the supermarket I built. I didn't got a name with the supermarket, but I used terracotta to make some inspirations on some other stories on America. If you might get some inspiration. But next to it are some strip malls that I just built. If you might get some inspiration. Now these buildings I just built, and I expand some roads and mix in some like other businesses. I used to use different types of blocks and try to fill up the entire roof with cover that I was planning to build. And this right here is represents like a buffet restaurant that I just built, because every city needs a lot of restaurants so people can eat and people can cook so for the people. And this right here, I this is another business area. It's like a mall, and as you can see, I built some glass panes that are always blocking my way. And this is not quite the miniature one. It's probably not for the little people. And there's a McDonald's there I just built. Every city needs a lot of fast food places such as McDonald's and some other fast food places. Yeah. And right here is another strip mall. This is the area is where I just built. But before I check you out the strip mall, I'm about to show you one of the projects I just built. Now, this area right here I've been working on for more than a couple of days since last 3 months and a half. And this is a new building. I just tried to turn this into a mini mall. Now the mini mall is quite not like the best details, the best part of the city, but I'm okay with that. Now let's show you the strip mall I built. Now as you can see now, it isn't like a big supermarket. It's a half supermarket and a half businesses. The supermarket on the left and the businesses on the right. You know, every city needs a lot of strip malls that you want compared to the city. And I use a lot of corners with some stairs to get some ideas. I use different types of roofs is what I did. And some of the businesses can apply for restaurant shops. Oh, I didn't know what had a little hole there. And this is the roofs I did some inspiration. And there's the bag where some trucks can deliver some more supplies. And here's another strip mall I built where some businesses will go. And this is as another restaurant. I just tried to make something else of inspiration that this restaurant could be like the Krusty Krab for SpongeBob SquarePants, but it doesn't like quite like the Krusty Krab. And this is the back here where they could get some food supplies for cooking. And here's another strip mall made out of red nether bricks and some corners where some businesses go. Now let's talk about my plans, what I'm about to do. Now this area I've been working on since the last 3 months. What I want to do is by the time I finish this area, I'm about to start building the city area where some big high rises are go. Now this is the area plan. As you can see now, I built 4 corners of the high rises that I just built. It took me almost like a day and a half. It took me almost a day to complete this project. I'm not quite studied for architect. I need to get some ideas what I'm supposed to do. Now these one of the buildings are the 4 corners of the offices. And there's another one with some corners there. This is where I build some corners. What I want to do. What I want to do is to build a city hall here, where it's surrounded by some high rises, where some offices goes, and some city council members. And this is where maybe like the governor mansion, where the home of the governor is, or some kind of where the mayor lives. Now this area right here is I'm gonna about to start building the city hall, which I need to get some ideas what city hall I should have to build. And once I finish the entire city hall and finish this area, I may start expanding more roads until I can able to build some high rises before I can start building some skyscrapers to reach almost up to the clouds. Now, the city needs to be very, very big that I want to bring back my city to compare to the other old videos on my old iPad I would start working on, because I got addicted to Minecraft and I started building every day nonstop. And I see this is the main problems of making these videos. And this is where I'm about to take some time off from making Minecraft videos before I can upload in next season. I may show you some updates by winter to see what's something new just before the end of the year, to see what updates going on, and hopefully I can build starting some skyscrapers, some high rises, and I may start continuing on the residential area to see some ideas what I should do with the residential. Anyway, that's it for this Minecraft update video this fall. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll show you some other updates next season by winter, as long as I'm about to get some time off to start making videos, start making grounded videos until I may start busy working on the city just before I start to make grounded videos. Okay, Now that's enough for today. This is Henry Martinez, FDW New York 2020 in Minecraft, signing out.